I have been complaining about McDonald's as of late, which is funny because I have been using them a lot less and less. But I never got around to talking about this. Probably could have been 4 months ago, 5 months ago, 6 months ago. I went into a McDonald's with a tumbler, one of those cups you use to just have, water or some other type of drink in. And when I went in there with the tumbler, I tried to fill it up. I got a little bit of some soda, and then one of the managers said, "Only water." And I kind of looked at her like, "What?" Because I didn't quite understand what she meant by that. Later in the day, I go back into that same McDonald's, trying to again get a refill, right, to put in my tumbler, and at that point, the machine, like, I get a little bit of it, or I guess half of my cup is full before the machine just shuts off. Then I go online and I see where people have talked about McDonald's getting rid of free refills. I go to another one where they they don't have the machine there anymore. That when you go to get a drink, you have to order it with your meal, and they go and pour it for you, right? And I thought about it because people were, they were in the comment section of like on Reddit, for example, just talking. But I thought about it and I said, um, the idea of paying $2 or $3 for a soda with a bunch of ice in it that you're probably going to finish within 10 minutes of getting it, I thought was insane. But secondly, it's like this, because we talked about like pricing yourself out of the market. I'm the kind of person where I go to different markets, or a market, at least twice within a week. And one of the things that these different markets have are packs of soda, where you can get a pack of, let's say, 12 Cokes for like $10. So which makes more sense? Am I going to pay $3 for a drink I'm going to get rid of or stop using within the next 10 minutes, or $10 for enough soda to last me for at least 2 weeks, if not longer? So it's already a ripoff, in my opinion, to even pay for a soda from one of these places. But then when you factor in that they're also trying to, because like I said, one of the few benefits they had is that when you go and sit down in the restaurant after you've finished your drink, you can go and refill it up again. That was the only benefit they had over just going to a store and buying a bunch of whichever assorted drink you might like. And in getting rid of that, they essentially have no incentive. They're ripping you off even more so than they were before. Because I already thought it was nuts to charge people $2 and $3 and $4 for a large soda, right? But then the fact that like you're actually going to try and squeeze more money out of people who are thirsty and may want a refill, is just nuts. And that was what they said in the Reddit forum, that this wasn't about the inventory, like it costing a lot for them to allow people to get free drinks, but more so they're worried about trying to squeeze more pennies out of people. Corporate greed really is like this just virus that spreads and spreads. Like anything you used to be able to get for free, they're phasing out. You go to the market, I mentioned this, you go to the market and you could buy $40, 50, 60, 70 higher amounts of money for different groceries. And these people have, I say these people, I'm referring to just markets, but they will charge you 10 cents for a bag, and you're like, why do I have to pay for a bag for 10 cents when you guys just got 60, 70, $80 on me? Doesn't that more than make up for whatever the cost of these little crappy bags are? But this again goes back to the point of how greed is so infecting that even the things that used to be free because it was recognized that they weren't such a large space for consumption of funds are getting pricier, or are being made to not no longer be free. So like in the past, you could go to again one of these fast food places, order a soda, and then go to the machine and refill it if you decide to eat in there, or if you were just like coming in. Now you have to buy a separate drink to get another one. Like it's crazy. But yeah, man, you're just seeing where like the cost of everything goes up. And there's always someone who thinks they can just squeeze $2 more out of you, $3 more out of you, $4 more out of you. It's really sad. Because like I said, they're making it to where I don't now when I go to these places, I just get a burger or sometimes, like some other type of drink that they make in-house, like a milkshake or a coffee. I mean, I see no purpose when I know I can go to a market and in some cases by three cases of by 3 12 packs of a soda for $20, which is damn near like what 36 cans. Uh, it makes no sense to pay $2 or $3 for one that's not even in a can. It's in a little cup that is mostly filled with ice. Just absolute robbery.